Hi everybody, this is the first tutorial in a humanoid AI agent tutorial series. And in this video we will get all the needed animations for this kit from Mixamo. And those animations are provided for free by Mixamo, but not allowed to be redistributed. So we will download them from there. But first let's put our humanoid AI model into the scene from Mobile Action Kit, Art, Model folder. Let's take the soldier model and drag it into the scene. Let me drag it down in the hierarchy, like that. Rotate him then to face the camera. And then I will unpack this model prefab. Unpack completely. And I will assign material to this soldier model from materials folder. I will use the green material. So let me select the skinned mesh itself and assign material to it. Next, let's go inside the prefabs folder and we'll assign this soldier backpack to this model. Let's expand this skeleton, and here let's add first this soldier backpack to the spine bone. We can see additional elements of equipment added to this model. So let's expand this prefab, and it has a few elements in it, so we will have to unpack this prefab completely and rearrange the parenting. Big pouches will be child of the spine, and other ones to be the children of the chest bone. And the elements for the head, we will make them to be children of the head end. And let's remove the empty root object of that prefab. Now we are ready to begin the initial setup of our agent. Let's go to Tools, Mobile Action Kit, Humanoid AI, and set up Humanoid AI agent. Dock this thing to the right. Select Humanoid AI type option will be set to soldier. There's another option there for the zombie that has somewhat similar setup procedure, which we will cover in a separate series. For the reference AI prefab, we will use this Humanoid AI soldier prefab. I'll drag it in the field, and that wizard will use it as a template when it will be constructing the architecture for the newly created soldier. So it will replicate this structure of a sample prefab and will add all the required scripts to individual elements of the cloned structure. Next, for the humanoid AI model, let's drag the model from the hierarchy. Inside humanoid model avatar, we will drag the one from the model folder from imported soldier model. Because our soldier model is set up to have animation type of humanoid, and avatar definition is set to be created from this model, and use of creating the avatar from your own skinned mesh will be showcased in the next tutorial. For the spine bone to rotate, we will have to go inside the skeletal hierarchy of the soldier model and pick the most suitable bone to drag into this field, but in our case with this mesh it will be a chest bone. In your case, with your own custom skinned meshes, depending on the structure and the complexity of the rig, you most definitely will have a differently named and positioned bone. So you pick one that you've already tested in a 3D software of your choice. My body part to target field designates the body part for the enemies to aim and shoot at. So I will put the head bone into that field, because in that case AI agents of the two opposite teams would be able to shoot each other and successfully hit each other, not only in the cases when they are, let's say, in an open plain or a field when there is nothing in between them, but also in the cases when the most of their body is obscured by some kind of geometry, be it a cover or a piece of terrain or any other kind of geometry. Head as a target will be suitable for most of those cases. Next field is the weapon model, and here I will drag weapon M16 model. And the last field here is weapon socket. which we will have to create. If we expand the right arm, here in the palm bone we create a child game object and call it weapon. Let's check its transform, it's okay. And let's drag this weapon game object inside the weapon socket field so that it would act as a anchor point to the weapon that we're adding to this agent. And now we're ready to configure humanoid AI agent. Let's push the button. Let me enable the inspector window, select the soldier model once again, and here we will see that all the elements that were present in the reference prefab got recreated here as well. I'll now drag the metarig and the skinned mesh military male to the top of the subobjects hierarchy. And next, let's deal with the weapon of this agent. Let's add the material to it and fix its position and rotation. I'll drag the weapon M16 material onto the mesh, so that's done. Now let's go and adjust its transform. I will put in the numbers that we have found the most acceptable values for most of the cases when we were checking the position and rotation of the weapon, with a few different animations, such as aiming weapon, shooting this weapon, standing idle with this weapon, walking with it, and so on. And those values themselves can be adjusted a little bit more further down the road. Let me finish putting rotational values for the Y and for the Z. And we have our base values. Now let's expand this weapon model, and we see two child game objects added to it, which we will tweak later in the series. But now I will add the box collider to this weapon parent. Let's go here, box collider. Depending on what kind of weapon you will have for your own custom AI soldier, you might wanna tweak its size and position, but for this case we'll leave it as it is. Let's make sure it is disabled, because it will be enabled when this AI agent will die. The weapon will then get unparented from this AI agent, and the rigid body will be added to this weapon too, so it would fall down on the ground from the hands of dying agent. Next, we will fix the layering issue of all the sub-objects of the soldier model, as it is set to AI layer, but the child game objects, not all of them are in the AI layer. So what we will do, we select back the root object, change it to default with all the children, and then we'll set it back to AI with all the children. And now let's create a ragdoll for this model as well. We go back to setup humanoid AI agent. There we have a command to open that prompt, as well as usually you can do it through the standard ways, but we put it there anyway for the convenience. So here we will drag bones from this skeletal mesh to form our ragdoll. For this particular model, hips acting as a pelvis, then for the left hips we put the thigh L, shin left for the left knee, left foot, and so on. I'll speed up this process, so when you will do the same thing for your own skinned meshes, make sure not to put the wrong bones into those fields, so that they would match the structure of your humanoid skinned mesh. So here let's push create. We can see that the head collider is way too big, so we'll have to adjust the head collider. Here let's make it to be matching the size of the head. Let's go into front view. Oh, it's way up there, so let's drag it down. Let me zoom in, do some more fine tuning of the size, something like that. Now let's check the other for the hips. Guess it's okay. Let's go to the next one. I'll speed up the recording here again. So you'll do the same adjustments for your own custom skinned meshes for the ragdoll colliders to match the dimensions of the limbs they're being attached to. And I will select all of those bones that I fed into the ragdoll dialog once again. And once all of them are selected, I will go and check is kinematic checkbox, so that the rigid body physics would not interfere with the animations this agent will be playing whilst he's alive. But as soon as he dies, this checkbox will be automatically unchecked and ragdoll will get enabled on this agent, which will make the body fall down on the ground in a physically correct manner. And now, after doing all those preparations for the agent, we are ready to start downloading animations from Mixamo. Click Customize Humanoid Animations. This dialog is also accessible from Tools Mobile Action Kit, Humanoid AI, and Edit Humanoid AI Animations. It has all the fields for the animations we'll use in this kit, and next to each field we have an arrow which will direct us to a web page with that animation. I'll dock this window to the right and close the setup wizard. And here into the first field we have to assign the target object with its animator controller. And if we look inside the inspector right now with the soldier model selected, we can see that its controller is soldier animator, which is a reference controller that we have in this kit. So I will duplicate it to be able to make all the adjustments to the newly created version. So I call it soldier animator new. Then I will assign that new animator to this soldier model, and then we'll do all the manipulations with that newly created animator. So I'll drag the soldier model with that new controller. Character type is set to be a soldier, and the first animation clip here is called base stand aiming, and that is due to the multiple use cases of this clip on its own, as well as in conjunction with the other animation clips inside the combat as well as non-combat states. And let's go and download the first animation. Click on the arrow and it will bring us to the web page where this animation is stored. We're using the SWAT character from Mixamo, which you'll have to choose inside the characters section of Mixamo. And let's pick the first animation here, rifle aiming idle. This is the one that we'll be downloading. Set the format to FBX for Unity, and the skin option is with a skin, which will give us the best results after we apply a couple of optimizations to those animations using the wizards provided with this kit, which we'll do in next tutorial. I'll download this animation now. Next one is stand fire. Here select the first one, the firing rifle. FBX for Unity with skin. Next, stand reload. The second one. FBX for Unity with skin and download. Next one for stand idle. Pick the first one with the same settings and download. Next clip is the same as base stand aiming, so we will skip this one. Well, let's get the crouch aiming clip. Here, let's try and find it. This one, crouch idle. Same settings as before and download. Next is crouch fire. Here's the only one here. FBX for Unity. Let's get the crouch reload next. There's only one clip here. Next is crouch aiming, which we have already downloaded for the base crouch aiming, so we'll skip this one because we already have it. So let's get the one for sprinting. And here, this is the third clip. Let's check in place for the preview convenience in the engine and download. The next two fields are stand left and right covers for the agents to choose the posture depending on which side of the cover the enemy is located. Let's start with the left one. Take this first one here. Download with the same settings. Next is stand cover right. So we'll use the same clip here, we'll just mirror it. Let's download FBX for Unity with skin. Next is the stand cover neutral, which will look exactly the same like the rifle idle, and since we already got it, we don't have to download it again. Next, let's get the run forward clip. This jog forward, we'll check in place. Looks good. You might think, like, why would we need this animation clip if his hands are not holding the weapon? But we will use the lower part of this animation clip inside the animator controller. And for the upper part, we will use a different animation depending on the case, whether it is just aiming or shooting the weapon. So let's download it. Next is a run backward animation clip. Let's select this jog backward clip. We'll check in place and download with the same settings. Next, let's get run left animation clip. Take this first one in place and download. Next is the run right animation clip. Pick the first one, jog strafe right, and check in place. And download FBX for Unity with skin. Now let's get the next one, run forward right clip. Take this first one again, jog forward diagonal, check in place, and download with the same settings. Next, let's get the run forward left. Here we take this second clip, check in place checkbox, and download with the same settings. Next is run backward right. Let's select this second one, and if we check in place checkbox, it does not snap it to the origin, but rather shifts the movement in some other direction. But it's not a big deal for us anyway, so let's uncheck in place. And we'll have to check the mirror checkbox for the guy to run backward right instead of backward left as he does right now. Let's check the mirror and download the clip. And now we'll uncheck the mirror checkbox to download it for the run backward left field, which is positioned below run backward right. Okay, those two fields are done. Next, let's get the walk forward aiming animation clip. Let's scroll down, and here we'll pick this walking animation clip. Check in place, download with the same settings. Next is a walk right animation clip. Here let's take this first one in the second row, strafe right. Check in place, download. Next is the walk left animation clip. Take the second clip in the top row, check in place, download. Next is a walk backward. Take the second clip in the top row, in place, download. The one after that is walk forward right. Let's select this third one in the top row, check in place. It's not the best looking one, but it will do. It's downloaded. And next is walk backward right. We'll take this second one in the top row, check in place, and download. Next is a walk backward left. First clip in the top row, in place and download. Next is walk forward left. Take the second one in the top row, in place, download. Next is a grenade throw animation clip. Here we'll take this second clip in the top row, and we'll be using this clip in many other situations because we will mask out the rest of the body so that the agent would be able to throw grenade regardless of the current type of movement and the pose that is having. In cases of charging, strafing, crouching, grenade throw animation will be blended with those clips. Let's download it, FBX for Unity with skin. Next, let's get the melee attack 1 animation clip. Here we'll take this bayonet stab, download it. Melee attack 2. Let's take this rifle punch clip. FBX for Unity with skin, download. Next is melee attack 3. We'll use this rifle turn and kick clip, which we will trim, keeping only the kicking part of that clip. Download with the same settings. And now let's get the non-combat animation clips, which are less numerous than the combat ones. First is a walk idle animation clip. We'll take this middle one in the second row. Let's check in place checkbox and download this clip. For the upper body idle animation clip, we will use the same clip that we've downloaded for the stand idle field. You can see here. And for the upper body scan animation clip field, we'll use the stand aiming animation clip that we already got from Mixamo. And for the turning animations here, let's go first to the turn left animation. And here in the 6th row, the middle one, is the rifle turn, which is actually turned to the right, but we'll get it anyways because we need one for the right turn. Mirror it for the actual left turn because we'll use only the legs for that turn. And let's select this clip for 180 degrees turns. and download it with the same settings, FBX for Unity with skin. Let's get back to the inspector, and now there's time to download the body hit animations, which depending on the case will be used either separately as an entire clip or will be blended with other clips to be used in conjunction with any other currently playing animation clip. So let's download the first one of those hit reactions. Take this most right one in the middle row, hit reaction, and here you can guess that if the guy would be stationary, we would use the entire clip as is, and only the upper part if he's on the move. Let's download it. Let's find another hit clip. Scroll down, go to the second page. Here, this one. Let's get this one too. And let's look for another one. Here we'll take this one. And depending on the situation, this clip might be used on its own as well as be mixed with the other clips. Let's check in place and download it. And now let's get left and right lower body halt animation clips for the agent to use at the halt points, which we'll cover later in this series. Let's get to the website. Here we'll take the most right one in the middle row. Let's download it, and let's now mirror the same clip and download it again. So this clip will be used at the halt points when the agent will be waiting for another agents or the player to catch up with them. So we'll use this clip for the legs of this agent, and for the upper part of the body we'll use the weapon holding clip. And when used together, they will give us the nice looking pose for this agent when he will be waiting for the others to catch up with him. And now, as we got all the non-combat animation clips, let's go and get the dying animation clips for this agent. Let's get back to Mixamo, and we'll type in death into the search field. And let's take this first one, then this first one in the middle row, and this one. Let's look for some more. Let's take this one, death from headshot. And as the name suggests, this clip will be used in cases when AI agents will be dying from well-placed headshot. So we're done downloading all the animations, and in the next tutorial we'll optimize all of the downloaded files, we'll set up this agent, and we'll prepare him for the first combat test. So that's it here, and see you in the next one.